So, ladies and gentlemen, so there is an upcoming challenge. You guys thought we had forgotten. Yeah, because the last challenge, Jumbo Skinner had already reached 1.1. What do we call it? 1K subscribers. Hence, the time of the deadline for the submission, he hadn't reached it already. So we had to carry forward. So for the guys who took care of business on that previous challenge, yeah, so you should watch the previous video so that you may know how it went down, so that for to all individuals who took part, yeah, only for those individuals who took part, because I won't be repeating myself on this video. So on this video is a freestyle. I'm even taking breakfast right now. So Jumbo Skinner has asked me to take care of business on my end as well. Yeah, so that we can revive the challenge again. So this time round, we won't be looking for like subscribers and anything. Yeah, you'll just download the, what do we call it? You'll download the instrumental from Jumbo Skinner's channel, and in the comment section you'll find the download links, yeah, to the acapellas. So what I'm trying to do is to my challenge, I'll be doing it on a DJ deck. So I just want to take you through on how I usually take care of it. Yeah, to be honest, it's kind of tough. Damn, it's kind of tough. So over here, I've already shortlisted the acapellas. We got Drake. Yeah, let me scan and see which key is playing at, because the instrumental is at the 1A, I believe, but suck it. Yeah, we can work with what we got. So over here I got the acapellas. The instrumental is ready. You'll just download it from Jumbo Skinner's channel. I'll show you how. Yeah, I won't show you how, but you know how I usually do it. I'll just give you the direction so that you can download it on your own, and then you're gonna use it. So I got this Energy by Drake. Here's the instrumental by Jumbo Skinner. Yeah, it's a smooth reggaeton. Yeah, you're gonna know how you're gonna take care of it. Over here we got Drop It Like It's Hard by Snoop Dogg and Pharrell, and Bad Mind Energy, DeMarco and Ding Dang. Champion by Bujumbaton, Shelly Ann by Red Rat. So I had forgotten, we got one. It's called Nick of Sour. In English is I'm good. I'm good. Or I'm well. Yeah, so let me just drag it over here. So here our track. So as you can see, the instrumental is at a BPM of 89. Yeah, so and on my project we had set everything to be 100. So on your end, you do what you gotta do. If you want to pump it up from 89 to 95, from 95 to 100, that's your style. But on my end, since I'm doing it on a DJ deck, it will be kinda tougher on my end, because I have to set up everything correct on Sony Acid, so that when I take it to the DJ deck, I'll have a smooth sailing. So let me just show you, give you an example. So over here we got the track Energy, Energy by Drake.
Liquid means rewind, a gunshot means forward,
and so on. So I want this to be my starting point of my mashup on a DJ deck. So on this section, I won't cue it. I won't like type like this is Q1. I want my Q1 to be this one. I want my Q1 to be this one. Yeah, that's what's up. So now the problem comes in whereby I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna come out of this track, Champion by Buju Banton, to the next track, Shelly Ann by Red Rat. That girl, Shelly Ann. That girl, Shelly Ann. Yeah, so to come to this track, yeah, it's kind of whooping my ass. So another thing that I've done over here, I've elongated, as you can see, this section, this guy, Red Dot says, that girl, Shelly Ann, she go like tonight's enough, work back a man, that girl. So I wanna scratch on my end. On my end, I wanna scratch this girl, but it's short. So what I've done, I've tweaked it over a couple of bits over here. Oh, another thing, if you want to learn how I looped it to make it longer, you just know what you gotta do. You're gonna hit me on my WhatsApp, then we talk business. Yeah, you talk business. Yeah, because I had to pay up, yeah, some individuals so that they can show me how to do it. So I would like to return the favor to you guys by paying me, so that I can teach you. So this is how it sounds like. Yeah, that's all. So I will want to scratch on this section, girl, and so on. So when I come from there, there's this energy.
I got enemies, got a lot of enemies, got a lot of people trying to drain me of my energy.
Yeah, and so on. So I will try to combine this, as you can see, this with this Bad Mind Energy track and make it sound awesome on a DJ deck, not Sony Acid. Sony Acid, it's super easy to do that, but on a DJ deck, wow, yeah, it's gonna whoop my ass. So another thing, the track I told you about, Niko Sawa, here it is, Niko Sawa, yeah, here it is. So let me just give you a glimpse.
Okay, first things first, nikichoka niwe unajolo kwa nini kuna jachi nyinde hivi na kama.
Yeah, this is a track. So there's a place that he says Niko Sawa, minapenda ukidrop that thing. So when you listen to minapenda ukidrop that thing, so when you combine it with drop it like it's hot, yeah, it's coming so smooth.
Okay, minapenda ukidrop it like it's hot. Minapenda ukidrop that thing, okay, drop that thing, okay, drop that thing, okay. Minapenda ukidrop it like it's hot.
Yeah, so I wanna combine this. Like, this is the ideas that I'm giving you whenever the time you'll be taking care of your mashup. So I'm pretty sure even at the end of this video you'll be hearing my mashup. Yeah, because I haven't done it yet, but at the end of this video you'll be hearing it, so that the time you're hearing it, yeah, the idea will be already out there for you to take care of it. Yeah, so here's the instrumental. Yeah, it's a BPM of 89, but I've increased it by 11, so right now it's at a BPM of 100. Yeah, because I want it when it's on my DJ deck or Serato. I don't want to keep on playing with the shift. Not the shift, the tempo fader. Let me pause, then come back. Yeah, so I'm back. Sorry. Yeah, so like, what I can say about this making a, what we call it, a mashup that you're gonna use on a DJ deck, usually makes it a little bit tougher is knowing, like in Sony Acid, it's super easy. You'll know, or your beat will, or your acapella will reach here and here, and then you're gonna drive on another track. Now the challenge on a DJ deck is that you might be tempted to scratch, and then when you scratch, you might end up ruining the, what do you call it, not the structure, but the duration. Let's say our instrumental starts from here and ends to here. When you scratch a little, the acapella or the vocal, we're gonna end here, hence our instrumental gonna end here. Yeah, so that's the kind of challenge that I usually face whenever I'm trying to cook a mashup that I'm gonna take you on my on Serato. So another thing that I usually do, since the DJ deck that I'm using has 8 cue points, I usually like name this one to be Q1. I just double click and then rename Q1, so that when I go to the DJ deck, I can come back and see, oh, this section was supposed to be Q1, then this one to be Q2, and so on. I keep on renaming. So like right now, I'm comfortable with this one being my first track. So on this section, I'll just rename it Q2. So other times, whenever, let's say like over here, when this acapella ends, I usually add like a bang effect. But on this section, since this is an acapella, I can't add a bang effect on an acapella. Maybe I add on the instrumental. Yeah, so if this is Q2, it means, let's say when I play this track, so let me just drag it so that you can hear it out. So up to there. Not yet. As you hear, it's perfect. Now I usually count like how many beats has it played. Yeah.
That girl, Shelly Ann. She go like she nice enough. What back a man? That girl, Shelly Ann.
I can say approximately 32 till this section, it reaches this section. Yeah, so that's what I usually use to measure. I usually measure like either 32 or 64. And then after that, when I put it on Serato, I'll know for how long I have to scratch, where I should start it, and where should I end it, and so on. So if this is Q2, I can say you should have like, it's like you're telling a story. You're not just diving in and expecting things to happen. Yeah, let me confirm if we are still recording. Yeah, so you just don't dive in and just give people some scratching, some good transition. I've come to learn like you should have like it's like you're telling a story. That's what I believe through the songs. Yeah, that's my style. That's the approach that I'm taking. So after this, that girl loop, we got this energy track by Drake.
I got enemies, got a lot of enemies.
As you can hear, it's moving super fast. Yeah, cause the instrumental. Yeah, I think this is one mistake that I can't say it's a mistake, but I want to be accepting instrumentals that are at a BPM of 80. They usually suck a lot. On my end, that's my take. They usually suck a lot. So I usually prefer working with the 95 and above. They usually sound jumpy. Yeah. So I got this energy. So as you can hear,
Drain me of my energy, to drain me of my energy, to drain
Dreamy,
me of my energy, the energy, the energy, the energy.
energy, and then you listen to,
Them bad mind energy.
you see, this one, it's a word play, kind of a word play. Yeah, so trying to incorporate this now with this now on a DJ deck, yeah, that's where the ASUP usually begins at, but it's something that I've done before, so I got nothing to worry about. So I'm just gonna nail it the way it's gonna come. Yeah. So over here, we have talked about it. Yeah. So now the problem is now, how am I gonna combine all this? Cause let's say there are some section that will be on part A, no, not part A, but deck A on the DJ deck, and deck B on the DJ deck as well. So I can decide, let's say this intro, from this intro to this section, it will be on deck A. So what I can do, in order for me to have time to scratch on this one, I have to push it to the left. But to be really honest, it usually takes a lot of trials and errors to get it right. So let me pause and open my Adobe. What do we call it? Adobe Audition, so that I can show you something before we wrap it up. Yeah, so I've already opened my Adobe Audition. So this is where I usually like, because at times when I've already rendered, like over here when we in Sony Acid, so when I render out this project, let's say I just render the acapellas, because I've discovered there are some of acapellas which are louder compared to others. So what I usually do, let's say, let us use like this, let us render from this section. This section was there. Let me just double click. Yes, from this section to this section. Let me loop it so that I can render it. So as you can see, these two tracks are of the same volume, but this one I have had to increase it to 8.9, and as at the same time lowered it a little bit so that it can, let's say, using my ears, I can say it has kind of balanced. But at times when you place it on Serato, so that you can take care of business, you usually find like one of it is either louder or the other one is kind of lower. So it's usually hard to control it in Serato. So, but to avoid back and forth, I usually just render. I can render this section. Let me save it on my desktop and call it section. Then save. Just like that. And then I'll double click on my Adobe Audition. W Audition, go to desktop, then this one, select it. So here it is. As you can see already, this section is kind of louder compared to this other section. So let me just play it so that you can see.
Liquid means rewind, a gunshot means forward. You requested it, so we rewind.
Oh, sorry. I think there's a problem. I think something is not adding up. So I was supposed to render this section. I don't know why it's rendered the whole thing. So render loop region. Oh, damn it. So in what do you call it? In Sony Vegas, the render is usually the first one. So I thought the save loop as path was the first was the render. Forgive me about that. So let me just hit save, and you see it's smaller and it's faster. So I'll just double click and select it. I think this is it. Yeah, as you can see, when you look at it very well, this is it's kind of beefed up because it's something repeating. So let me just play it. Yeah, so what I usually do, you just double click on your audio track in this section on your track, or you can just control A so that you can select all of it, because at times when you double click, you just usually select a section. Then you come to effect. When you come to effect, come to amplitude and compression, then come to select single band compressor. Press on it. I usually leave it the way it is, then press apply. So right now, as you can see, everything is on one straight line. As you can see, it's negative 15 because when you came I came over here, easy when I come over here and select over here, the threshold is minus 15. So if I was to set it to minus 3, it will be on top over here, as you've seen. So I won't change. I'll just leave it to minus 15 so that the volume to be equal all the way. You see, it's perfect. So what you can do, you can even just come on amplitude and hit normalize. So you can use percentage or decibel. So on my end, I can use, let's say, minus 6, over here, minus 6. And another thing, make sure if you're doing this, you're remembering everything that you did, because you don't want to bring another project and then use different settings. Or what you can do, there's a section over here, favorite. You can start recording your favorite. So anything that you're doing will be recorded, so that when you drag another audio track, you will just come and add your favorite. That's all. It will apply all the changes and setting that you did on the previous track on the new track. But since I can remember, I'll just come and take care of business. So I'll just come to the normalize and select the decibels and set it to minus 6 instead of minus 3, because minus 3 is kind of louder. I'll set it to minus 6 or negative. Yeah, just like that, and then apply. As you can see, it has expanded it. So this track, when you play it over an instrumental, the instrumental won't swallow it. That's how I usually do it. So another thing, this is the same technique I usually use when I'm mastering my mixes. So let me pause the video and select a random mix of mine, a short one, so that I can show I usually take care of it. Let me pause it and show you. Yeah, so I've already found a mixtape, and here it is, All Hail the King. So I'll just drag it. It will load, because if your mixtape is really long, it's gonna load, but not that faster. Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah, so I'll just double click on it, and here it is. As you can see, the waves. Yeah, here it is. The waves are all over. So what I usually do, like this is what you can do if you want to take care of it. You'll just control A so that you can highlight the whole audio and do the same thing that we did. You come to amplitude and hit single band compressor, just like that. Negative 15. Now you can even try. Let's try negative 9. Boom, and apply. So it will load a couple of times. So what it usually does is, let's say, like I can say, like this is like the most basic explanation. Whenever you're mixing, there are some tracks which are usually louder. So I've tried to balance the sound in Sony Acid, but I usually find like there's nothing I'm doing because it usually sounds the same and it usually sucks. So I usually prefer the Audition, whereby everything, as you can see, it will be on -9. As you can see, this line over here, as you can see, it's between -9 and -6 and -9. Yeah, so even if when you listen to that mixtape, somebody will not somebody but you will hear like, yeah, the sound is not that louder or compared to other sections. Yeah, so there are a couple of things you can do apart from this, and when you're done doing this and you feel like your mixtape it has reduced in volume, you just highlight the whole of it, and then you come to, what do we call, then you come to normalize. Yeah, and then you normalize using either dB or percentage, but when you're using percentage, it's either use 95% to 98, don't go 100. 95% to 100 or 98%, 95 to 98. Yeah, don't go 100 blast. Yeah, the mixtape will be extremely loud. Yeah, that's what you can do to your mixtape. For the guys who usually ask me about mastering, yeah, it's the same thing, because there is a certain effect over here called master. As you can see, mastering, I usually don't know how it works, but I can say I usually rock it in default mode. I just apply it. Yeah, I haven't tried it on my mixes, but I've tried it using, what do we call, using sound effects. Yeah, and it usually gives me awesome results. Yeah, so if you want this audio audition, you know what you gotta do. Just holler at me via my WhatsApp, then we can talk business. Yeah, so guys, I'm glad and I'm happy that I've shared something. So this video will continue after I've already set down everything that's required for this mashup to be worked on a DJ deck. So for right now, there are a couple of trials and errors. When I get them right, yeah, I'm gonna share how I got them right, and so that you can check out the mashup that I've taken care of, and at the same time, you can give it a try on Sony Acid. Oh, another thing, we'll be giving out the $10 that we had talked about. Yeah, the $10, we had promised that, and we won't let that go. We haven't forgotten. So the $10, you'll grab it. Yeah, so you just participate, and we're gonna select the champion. And there are a couple of videos concerning the acapella. There's a video that I took care of how you can work out acapellas. Yeah, if you're having troubles with acapellas to an instrumental and vice versa, you can just check the tutorial and it will guide you on how to mix them both. Yeah, so let me stop it for now. Then when I'm done with it, I'm gonna share both the output and the walkthrough on how I reached to the output. Yeah, so just stay tuned, then I'll catch you back in a few. Yeah, guys, so like I told you, this mashup needed some tweaking here and there. So I can say I'm on the end of tweaking it. So right now what we are about to discuss is how I have structured it from the previous section, from the previous view to this new view. So as you can see on this, like the lower audio track is where I've like laid down the acapellas, and then on the top is where I've laid down the, what do we call them, the instrumental. So I'll just make it a little bit easier for you to understand on that end, so that anytime that you'll be trying to do a mashup on a DJ deck and Sony Vegas as well, you might find it a little bit easier. So let us start with the first thing first. My DJ deck has 8 cue points. Yeah, so let me pause the video and show you. Let me pause the video. Yeah, so here it is. Here are the pads. So for any individual who has a DJ deck that has 8 hot pads, yeah, or performance pad. Yeah, you can rock it from DDJ SR, SR2, SX, SX2, 3, SRT, Pioneer 1000 SRT, or Record Box. They usually have even the S9 or any other battle style mixer usually has 8 performance pad. So on my end, I like this is the Z1, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So on my over here in Sony Acid, as you can see, we have the Q0. So what I mean by Q0 is the Q, the normal Q1, the Q that we usually, let me see if, oh sorry, so let me see this one. This is the pause, and this is the Q. Let me see if there's a place where I can, oh damn it, no need to subscribe now. Let me see. So this one, if I zoom in, I was to zoom in, this is the Q0 for of mine. This is the Q0. Yeah, now as you can see now on the deck 2 will be this will be on the Q0 on the deck 1. Yeah, Q0 on deck 1. I can even deck 1, as you can see, deck 1 Q0. Then the instrumental will be on Q2, Q1 on deck 2. So now on deck 2, let's say this is our deck 2. Now it will be on our Q1. This will be on our Q0, Q0 on deck 1. Now this will be on our Q1 on deck 2. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm mixing you up, but don't worry. It's very, very simple. So it will play, and then I'll scratch a little to introduce this track by Buju Banton. Yeah, called Champion. So as you can see on top, I've written Q deck 1, Q1. Now we are from our Q0 to our Q1. This is our hot Q1. Very nice. Let us carry on. It will play. It after playing over here, it will reach where it just repeating ram pa pa pam pam, ram pa pa pam pam 4 times. After repeating it, there will be silence that will be covered by this air horn. Yeah, it's not that audible. I've made it that not audible so that I can scratch on this one. So I've already selected. I was doing my research concerning any track that has a ram pa pa pam on it. So I found this track by Nati Natasha and Becky G. It's called Ram Pa Pam. Yeah. So now on this section, this is our Q2 on deck 2. Now this will fit it over here on Q2 on deck 2. So cause this, oh sorry, cause the acapella will be playing on the deck 1, on the deck 1 on the Q1. Now when it will be over, I will play it on the I'll play the next track now that has the ram pa pam on deck 2. Here it is. So I'll just play it. Then we carry on to yeah, so to juice up that wordplay. So another thing that after here, this track, these two will be merged. Yeah, this will be merged. The acapella won't be separate. This instrumental and this acapella and or these vocals and this instrumental will be one. Yeah, now so since it will be one, after it will be playing, this will be now on deck 1 on Q2. Yeah, deck 1 on Q2. So it will be here. Deck 1, this is the deck 1 or deck A on Q2. Over here, the time it's playing, ram pam 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 pam, ram pam pam. I'll be scratching over here. Now this one, because the track will be playing and it has the instrumental to allow me to keep on scratching it, to allow it after reaching over here, it will be over, so that I can mix in the Charlie and that girl. Yeah. And now I've already cut this cut this not a cappella but instrumental, so that we can juice it up. Yeah, just like that. It will play, and then I've looped it over here. It will be looped so that we can have this opportunity to play this. Yeah, that's what's up. So